Archangel Michael says, "It's an emergency. I ordered you to open this now. You have been warned. Someone in your family who has already passed away wants to tell you something. Open it immediately." Archangel Michael says, "It's emergency. This message didn't find you by mistake. You didn't just stumble across these words. You were brought here, intentionally, tenderly, because a moment like this was always part of your journey. A moment where the noise would quiet just enough, the timing would line up just right, and your heart would be open enough to receive something sacred. Something still unfinished. Something full of love. Someone who loved you, someone who is no longer here in body but still walks with you in spirit, has waited patiently for this moment. Not with sadness, not with restlessness, but with quiet hope. Because they left this world with something still unsaid. Something that only now, through grace, through time, through healing, can finally reach you. They've been near. Closer than you think. Not in haunted memories, but in soft signs. In dreams that left you wondering. In the gentle way your heart pulls toward old places, old songs, old smells. In that one moment you paused and felt something. That wasn't your imagination. That was connection. They want to speak now. Not with regret. Not with sorrow. But with truth, and softness, and love so real it reaches across worlds. You were always meant to hear this. You were always going to be the one who could feel it. Because your spirit is open. Because your soul remembers even when your mind forgets. They want you to know they're okay. That their peace is real. That love truly doesn't end, it only changes form. They want you to know you were never forgotten. Not for a moment. Even when you were busy. Even when you were grieving in your own way. Even when life felt too heavy to stop and remember them, they were remembering you. They've watched you grow through pain they wish you never had to carry. They saw your strength build in seasons that nearly broke you. They witnessed the way you kept going, even when your voice shook, even when no one was clapping, even when you didn't feel seen. And still, you chose love. You chose grace. You kept your heart soft. And they are so proud of you for that. There's something they want to tell you. Not to change the past, but to brighten the path ahead. It's a truth that will make things make sense. A message they held onto until now. Something simple. Something sacred. Something you were always meant to hear when your soul was ready. You were always more than enough. You were always worthy of love. And there is more goodness coming your way than you've ever dared to imagine. That's what they want you to know. That your journey isn't cursed. That your future isn't blocked. That the things that haven't worked weren't punishments, they were pauses. Space being made. Time being woven. so that when the right things finally find you, you'll be able to fully receive them. They want you to stop doubting your light. Stop shrinking your presence. Stop questioning the things only you can feel. They always saw that spark in you. That rare kindness. That hidden depth. That intuition no one else understood. You didn't inherit their pain, you inherited their hope. And that hope is still alive, still moving, still blessing you. Archangel Michael stands with them now. Not with a sword of fear, but with wings of protection, presence, and peace. He has carried this message through realms to deliver it now, not as a warning, but as a reminder of what has always been true: you are seen. You are supported. You are stronger than you think. And you are not walking this alone. The next chapter of your life is not about fixing what was. It's about receiving what is. Receiving peace. Receiving love. Receiving the unseen guidance that's always been around you, waiting for you to believe it's real. And now you do. Somewhere inside you, you can feel it. Something's shifting. Something's healing. Something's coming together. So take a breath. Slow down. Place your hand over your heart if you need to. Feel the stillness. That warmth. That's them. That calm you didn't expect. That's Michael. That sense that you don't have to force anything anymore. That's heaven whispering, "We've got you. Let it come. You are exactly where you're supposed to be." The message has reached you. The heart has heard it. And the healing has already begun. They are with you. Now and always. Not in pain, but in love. Still here. Still proud. Still watching you become everything they always knew you could be. They tried to tell you once. Maybe not with words. Maybe not directly. But in their own quiet way, they tried to let you know. Through a look, a lingering silence, an unfinished sentence, a half-kept promise. But life moves fast, and sometimes people leave before they can finish what they meant to say. That doesn't mean the message is lost. It just means it needed time, and now that time has arrived. What they couldn't say then, they are saying now. Through this moment. Through this message. Through you. They want you to know that what they left behind was never meant to become a mystery. They didn't hide it to confuse you. They didn't keep secrets out of selfishness. Sometimes the truth is complicated. Sometimes emotions get in the way. Sometimes life ends before closure begins. But that doesn't mean there wasn't love. That doesn't mean they didn't care. It just means some things were left unfinished, and you were always the one who would bring them full circle. This message isn't about guilt. It's not about digging up old wounds. It's about healing. It's about love speaking louder now than it ever could before. You've grown since they left. You've been through things they didn't get to see, but they've watched every step from beyond. And now, they've been given permission to help you uncover something that was always yours, not as a reward, but as a continuation of the love they had for you when they were still here. You don't need to search desperately. The truth is not hiding from you. It's coming to meet you in its own way. In your quiet moments. In your dreams. In the sudden urge to open that drawer you haven't looked in for years. In the person who casually brings up a memory that leads to a revelation. In a forgotten note, a familiar place, a feeling that something meaningful is about to return. That's how this truth will reach you, gently, peacefully, as if it had been waiting patiently for you to be ready. They know how much you've carried. You've taken on roles, responsibilities, expectations, some of which weren't even meant for you. And still, you rose. Still, you smiled. Still, you showed up when no one else did. They saw that. They see it now. And more than anything, they want this next part of your journey to feel lighter. More free. More aligned with who you truly are, not just who you've had to be. What they left behind may be money. It may be guidance. It may be both. But it's not just about material things, it's about meaning. It's about you receiving something you didn't even know you were missing, but once it arrives, you'll feel complete in a way that surprises you. Not overwhelmed. Not confused. Just whole. Archangel Michael is not here to warn you. He's here to walk with you. Not to shake you, but to stand beside you as you step into something sacred. He brings calm. He brings clarity. And he brings confirmation that yes, you were always supposed to receive this. Yes, you are strong enough to hold it. Yes, the timing is right now. You'll notice yourself changing. Not all at once. But slowly. You'll be more at peace with things that once made you anxious. You'll stop doubting your intuition. You'll feel less need to chase people's understanding, because now you're understanding yourself more deeply. That's what this message unlocks, not just external blessings, but inner knowing. And they, the one who passed on, they just want you to know this: I see you. I never stopped seeing you. I never stopped loving you. And I never stopped believing that one day, the words I couldn't say would finally find their way to you. That day is today. You don't need to run. You don't need to rush. What is yours will not miss you. The love they left behind will always know how to find you. And as you continue walking, let that love be the light under your feet. Let it lead you gently. Let it remind you, this story isn't over. This love still lives. And this message, it's just the beginning of what's about to open up. You never needed proof. Not really. Because deep down, even in your quietest moments, you always felt them. Not every day. Not in loud, obvious ways. But in soft waves. In moments when your mind was still and your heart remembered without trying. They were there. Not watching from afar, but moving with you, step by step, breath by breath, in the space where love never dies. They didn't leave you. They just changed form. They moved from the room to the memory. From the voice to the silence. From presence to presence deeper than words. And now, in this sacred moment, their love is reaching across whatever veil we imagine separates this life from the next. Because love like that doesn't fade. It expands. They've seen the way you carry them. Not just in photographs or old stories, but in your choices. In the way you treat people. In the strength you show when no one is looking. They've seen how you've held on to what mattered. How you've quietly honored them, sometimes with tears, sometimes with resilience, sometimes just by showing up to life even when it felt heavier without them. And now they want to give something back. Something they didn't know how to say when they were here. Something they didn't realize was missing until they saw you from a place of perfect clarity. Something simple, but sacred: you were always enough. You still are. And everything I couldn't say, I'm saying now through peace, not pain. They see what you've overcome. The strength you've built. The softness you kept, even when you had every reason to grow cold. And they are proud, not just of what you've done, but of who you are. They always believed in your spirit. Even when they didn't know how to say it. Even when life kept those words locked behind tired eyes or distracted hearts. But now there's no barrier. No confusion. Just love. Just clarity. Just presence. And this love isn't stuck in the past. It's not here to pull you backward. It's here to move you forward. Because the love that continues beyond this life doesn't cling, it guides. It doesn't ask you to stop living, it asks you to live more fully. They are proud of every step you've taken, and even more excited for the ones ahead. Because they know now, as you are beginning to know, that something beautiful is unfolding. They left something for you. Not buried in some secret place, but woven into the path you're walking now. It may come as a gift, an opportunity, a moment of relief, a door opening where you thought there was only wall. It may be material. It may be spiritual. But you'll know it when it comes, not because it's loud, but because it will feel like peace finally arriving where pressure used to live. You've been doing your best. Even on days when you felt like you were falling behind. Even in moments where you smiled for others but cried quietly when no one was around. You've carried so much with such grace. You've walked with wounds that nobody saw. And now you are being reminded, not just by heaven, but by the one who once stood in this world with you, that you were never walking alone. They want you to receive. Not just money. Not just blessings. But ease. Softness. A break from the emotional labor you've been carrying. They want you to know that you don't have to be strong all the time. That love doesn't require that of you. That they didn't leave you because you were supposed to figure it all out on your own. They left you with love, with memory, with an echo of their presence that would become your anchor in this life. So when you see something soon, a sign, a word, a person, a chance, and it feels familiar in a way you can't explain, pause. That may be them, sending the message in a form your spirit will recognize. Not to shock you. Not to test you. But to gently remind you, I'm still here. I never stopped being here. And I'm still guiding you toward what's meant for you. Let that truth settle in your heart. Let it replace the ache. Let it soften the pressure. Let it be enough for now. You don't need to rush. You don't need to chase. You're already on the path. And what is yours, the peace, the opportunity, the quiet miracle, is already finding you. They didn't leave you behind. They just went ahead. And now, they're helping you catch up, not with stress, not with fear, but with grace. There's a moment after the pain, after the questions, after the weight of why and what if, where something soft begins to grow. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't demand attention. It simply arrives, gently, quietly, like morning light seeping through a window. That's the kind of peace you're starting to feel now. Not because life is suddenly perfect, but because something deep inside of you has finally begun to believe, maybe you were never alone in this. The one who passed on, the soul who carried love for you bigger than words, stronger than circumstance, they've been near through every season. And now, they are closer than ever. Not in a dramatic way. Not to send shock or mystery. But to give comfort. To wrap you in truth you didn't even know you needed. You are still being held. Even now. Even here. Especially here. You may have spent years wondering what their final thoughts were. If they were proud. If they had regrets. If they wished they had said more. And the answer, spoken through heaven's stillness, is simple and whole: they loved you completely. Even in their flaws. Even in their confusion. Even when life kept them from showing it the way they wanted to. That love never ended. And now, it's becoming your peace. You are not carrying their unfinished business. You're carrying their blessing. The thing they hoped would live on through you. The goodness they couldn't finish. the healing they didn't know how to start. You're not living in their shadow. You're continuing their light. You're the proof that love doesn't die, it transforms. And you are transforming, too. Maybe you've noticed it, a new kind of calm in your spirit lately. A soft awareness that things are shifting. You're not as reactive. Not as restless. You don't feel the need to explain yourself the way you used to. That's not you giving up, that's you aligning. Aligning with who you are, and more importantly, who you're becoming. The message from the other side wasn't just a reminder that they still care. It was a release. For you to stop overthinking. Stop doubting your steps. Stop carrying the guilt that was never yours to hold. You've done enough. You've loved enough. You've proven your heart 100 times over, even when no one saw it. But now, the proving is over. This next chapter is about receiving. Not just blessings. Not just answered prayers. But ease. A lighter heart. A freer spirit. A home inside yourself where you no longer need permission to rest. They want that for you. That's their gift now, the gift of clarity, of softness, of knowing that your path is still wide open, and the doors you thought were closed forever may actually be waiting for your knock. And no, it won't take force. It won't require you to perform or prove or hustle your way through healing. What's yours will come because you're finally ready to accept it without fear. You've been asking for confirmation. You've been waiting for a sign. But maybe the sign isn't a miracle outside you, maybe it's this peace rising within you. Maybe that's what divine timing really feels like, not rushed, just right. So if you've been waking up lately with a little more hope, even on days you can't explain it, believe it. If you've been seeing repeated numbers, hearing their name in passing, getting goosebumps at the exact moment you think of them, believe it. These aren't coincidences. They're coordinates. Markers. Gentle heaven-sent nudges to let you know, you're on track. You haven't missed it. It's still coming. They're not worried about you. They're proud. They're grateful. And most of all, they're at peace. Because they can see now what you're just beginning to feel, you're stepping into a life where love is the foundation, not the burden. A life where you're no longer defined by what was taken, but by what's growing. A life where their absence doesn't leave you empty, but inspired. And they want one thing for you now: don't stop here. Keep opening. Keep healing. Keep trusting that the same love that connected you once, connects you still, and it's that love that's guiding everything that's coming next. You're not healing alone. You never were. You are surrounded, protected, and supported more than you know. And the peace you've been searching for? It was never far. It's always been waiting for you, right inside your heart. This was never just a message. It was a return. A homecoming. A moment where all the feelings you couldn't name, all the signs you weren't sure about, all the dreams you kept brushing off, finally made sense. You were always meant to hear this, not because something was wrong with you, not because you were lost, but because the love that formed you, the love that shaped you, the love that never stopped reaching for you, knew exactly when your heart would be open enough to receive it. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are not too late. What's been waiting for you hasn't moved on. It's been held safely by time, by grace, by the soul who still whispers your name from the other side with pride. The one who left this world didn't leave their love unfinished. They left it here, in you. And that love? It has power. It's the reason your heart still beats with compassion even after loss. It's why you still choose gentleness in a world that rewards the hard and the loud. It's why you've always known, deep down, that you're connected to something greater. Something that doesn't need to be seen to be real. Something that lives in the pauses, in the stillness, in the moments you close your eyes and just feel. You're not crazy for believing you've been guided. You're not overthinking when you pause and feel someone's presence beside you, even when no one is there. You're not imagining it when the wind feels warmer for no reason, when a stranger says something that hits too close, or when a certain date always carries weight. These are not coincidences. They are threads, woven through your life by unseen hands that never stopped caring. The one who passed on wants you to live now, not just survive. To stop waiting for permission. To stop shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. To stop postponing your peace for a future date that never seems to come. They want you to live fully. They want to see your shoulders relax. Your breath deepen. Your eyes brighten. Your laugh return in full, not halfway. You don't need to figure everything out. You don't need to be perfect to be ready. You are ready now. Right as you are. With your questions. With your wounds. With your quiet strength and your quiet hope. The message has found you because it was always coming for you. And now that it's here, something new can begin. The money, the inheritance, the opportunity, yes, it's coming. But that's not the miracle. The real miracle is this moment. Where your heart softened enough to hear them again. Where you allowed yourself to believe that maybe love is stronger than distance. Stronger than silence. Stronger than death.